I'm Andrew Smith with Virginia Farm Bureau's Government Relations Department.
And I'm Stephanie Talon, also with Farm Bureau Government Relations.
Stephanie, we talked about last week being crossover, where the chambers had to deal with the bills in their body, and this week is the first full week after crossover with the chambers dealing with the other bodies. But one thing that's been dominating discussions at the Capitol the last few days are both bodies working out the details of their budgets. Can you tell us about some of their priorities and where they are in the process?
Sure. So one of the big things, of course, as you're very familiar with, is funding for the Ag BMP cost share program. That's been a top priority of Farm Bureau for many years now to make sure that we meet our WIP 3 goals with regards to nutrient reductions. And so getting full funding for that program has certainly been a top priority. The House did propose to fully fund the cost share program for the biennium. However, the Senate has only proposed to fully fund it for fiscal year 23. So that's something that we'll have to work to get back in there in the final budget. Both the House and the Senate did fully fund technical assistance for the cost share program. So in addition to those cost share funds, having technical assistance to get the staff on the ground to actually help those practices go out is certainly very important as well. Both the House and Senate also added $3.6 million to the Soil and Water Conservation District's administration and operation budgets. Again, things to make sure that keeping the lights on, keeping the offices going are certainly important as well, and we did support that. Switching gears from water quality, I did want to mention, you may be familiar with some of the outbreaks of avian influenza across the country. We are working to get language in the budget to authorize the governor to have an increase in expenditures related to if there is an outbreak in Virginia related to avian influenza, increase expenditures to depopulate flocks if necessary. We obviously hope it doesn't come to that, but want to make sure that we have that in place if needed. Also, cooperative extension, another huge priority for Farm Bureau over the years, making sure that that program is fully funded and running smoothly. The House did include $1 million in fiscal year 24 for the AREX, the Agricultural Research and Extension Center facilities for their phase 1 planning. The Senate did not include that money, but we do certainly support that to make sure our AREX are definitely up to speed.
That's great. Thanks for that rundown. Stephanie, I'd like to take a few moments and talk about our process during our policy development process called PD, where members can come to meetings around the state and just give the idea of what they think on issues. They don't have to agree on issues. They could have completely different of opinion, but our field folks and we go to meetings, listen, take them down, and then send those issues out to the districts all around the counties, all around the state, to let them know what different areas of the state are thinking about different issues. It could be about existing policy. You know, we're a true grassroots organization. What you and I and Martha represent at the Capitol, we don't make that stuff up. It all comes from the members and in our policy book. And when we see a bill at the General Assembly, if we don't know, we look and see how does it line up with our policy, and then decide if we can take action or work on that bill or not. So I encourage our members to talk to their field folks, their county offices, find out. Right now there are 10 district policy development meetings around the state. There may be more added. Some counties may be doing their own in their local area to get involved in that process. Then as things go on through the year, you know, the counties will talk about policies important in their area. They develop, they take action at their local county farm bureau on what they'd like to send to the state level to be considered, and then the members at larger meetings, at the resolutions meeting in early November, they'll vote on what clears those subcommittees there, and then the final at our convention, late November, early December, will pass what policies go into the policy book that we represent on behalf of the members. True grassroots organization, everything comes from the members, so I encourage all the members to think about it, to go to those policy development meetings, to be involved in that process early.
That's great. Thank you for that very important reminder of how our policy development process works. As you said, it's a true grassroots organization, and I think really Farm Bureau's top strength, again, is that our policy comes directly from our members. So I'll echo you in saying encourage our members, our producer members, to go to those meetings and make sure your voice is heard. Well, with that, we will turn off until next week, and if you have any more questions, please feel free to reach out to us, and if you're signed up for our email updates, you'll get a full wrap-up of what we see in the budget coming up this week.